Hey guys, it's William. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you another amazing layer cake recipe. After sharing with you my rustic and simple looking carrot cake, today I'm going to share with you an upscale and a bit more luxurious looking hummingbird cake, but it will still be naked because why not? It's almost the season, and as you will see, this recipe is quite easy to make, honestly, and the texture and taste of this cake is out of this world. For those that don't know this cake, we are going to use some pineapple and bananas in this recipe, along with nuts and gorgeous other things. You're gonna see how great this cake is in a few minutes, so let's get right into it. Alright, so first of all, we are going to toast our nuts just to reveal their flavors, since they can be a bit bland when they come out of the packaging. So now I'm just going to chop up some walnuts as well as some pecans, and then I'm going to put them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, so 350 in Fahrenheit, and bake them for 5 to 10 minutes or until your kitchen starts to smell like nuts. And they are not burnt, of course, so be careful, keep an eye on them. And then you can let them cool completely before moving to the next step. I promised you bananas in the intro, and we're already going to start by smashing down our beautiful bananas. Of course, my bananas are super ripe and they need to be, so make sure that your bananas have a lot of brown stains on them. They should definitely not just be yellow or even green. I hate green bananas, honestly. When you can find them in the supermarket like this, I don't like them. So I'm just using some nice and ripe bananas here that I'm going to smash. Using this simple equipment, you can definitely use a fork if you prefer, and then we will add the eggs. Great, I'm adding 3 large eggs, and then I will also add some vegetable oil just to make sure that this cake is super moist and still not too greasy. And then I will add a mixture of both granulated white sugar and dark brown sugar. You can also use light brown sugar. Any type you prefer is fine. It will just give a nice caramelly taste to your beautiful cake. And then I'm gonna mix all of this with a whisk. All right, another important ingredient when it comes to making hummingbird cake is pineapple, and I'm here going to use some canned pineapple. I never use canned pineapple other than when it comes to making cakes. And I'm just going to first of all remove, of course, the liquid, and then just using a hand blender, I'm just going to smash it up and create a sort of a puree compote consistency, just to make sure that our pineapple pieces are not too large, and then I'm going to add that to our preparation. Alright, this is amazing. So now I'm going to add my nuts that I've toasted in the oven earlier. They've cooled a bit, and I'm going to add them along some all-purpose flour, quite a lot of it. And then I'm going to add some baking soda, as well as quite a lot of ground cinnamon, and then some allspice. This will give that classic hummingbird taste to our cake. And I'm also going to add, of course, a nice pinch of salt and mix all of this together with my whisk. Today I decided to bake 4 different layers of cake, but you can definitely make less if you prefer larger layers. I'm just going to use an 18 centimeter cake pan, which equals to around 7 inches. And I'm going to bake my 4 different cake layers, and I actually use the scale, as you can see, just to make sure that I have the right amount of cake batter in each pan. And then I'm going to put that in my preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 in Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake my cake layers for about 20 to 25 minutes. It's not that long since they are not that thick and large, but of course if you're using a larger cake pan or just baking 2 layers, so thicker ones, you will of course need to let it bake a bit longer, and then we are going to let everything chill for a bit at room temperature before making the frosting. Time to make our gorgeous cream cheese frosting, and today I'm using a combination of mascarpone cream cheese and cream cheese. You can definitely use just cream cheese if you prefer, but I actually love the mascarpone touch in this recipe. And then I'm going to add, of course, some vanilla extract to flavor everything, and I'm going to whisk the two together just to make sure that everything is smooth before adding some crème fraîche. This is my French frosting, so I always use crème fraîche, but you can definitely use some heavy whipping cream or some double cream if you are outside of France and cannot really find crème fraîche easily. Once you've mixed your frosting for a few minutes, you are going to add now the icing sugar. And as you can see, I'm using also some frosting stabilizer since cream cheese in France is a bit too soft. It is too creamy when it comes to making frosting in comparison with the US, for example, where cream cheese is super solid and firm. So this is why I'm using it here today, but you definitely don't have to use it if your frosting is thick enough. And then I'm just going to sift my icing sugar and mix one last time until the frosting is super thick and ready to be spread on our cake. Time to assemble our gorgeous hummingbird cake since our cake layers are ready and so is the frosting. So now I'm just going to level my cake layers, which means that I'm just going to use a sharp knife to remove the dome of our cakes, because I don't want that. I want a flat surface, and then I'm just going to assemble the cake using the frosting, and honestly, it could not be easier. To create our gorgeous naked cake look, I'm going to add some frosting on the sides of our cake and also on the top, and I'm going to remove the excess frosting so that we can start to see the cake underneath it. Alright, I suggest putting the cake in the fridge for now and let it rest for at least 30 minutes to an hour before cutting it. This will make sure that your frosting is well stabilized and the moisture from the frosting has started to invade the cake. Now I'm just going to decorate everything with some flower from the garden. Why not? You can definitely do whatever you want when it comes to this cake decoration and style. For example, you can also use some nuts on the top of the cake. And that's it. It was that easy to make a hummingbird cake. I know it's not one of the most popular cakes out there, but it's such an amazing cake and people should know about it since the flavors are really different from carrot cake, and it also does not taste like banana bread. It's kind of in between and I actually love that. So I hope that you will recreate this recipe. You can find the entire list of ingredients in the description box down below under this video. And then once you've baked it, I hope that you will share pictures with me on social media, for example on Instagram, where I share amazing pictures of food and of everything that goes around this YouTube channel. So please give me a follow there and also subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a like and a comment if you want to chat. I'll be very happy to respond, and I'll see you super soon for another amazing recipe. Bye!